The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Create the perfect relationship between you and your body. Treat your body with all love, honor, gratitude, and respect. When you make it a goal to adore your body and accept yourself completely, you're learning to have the perfect relationship with anyone else you are with. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 150, Nasdaq's up 85, S&Ps are up 19, gold contract up $2.60, trading at $12.49 an ounce. Silver up 18 cents, $16.77 an ounce. Platinum up $2 at $9.21 an ounce. Copper up a penny at $2.67 a pound. Light sweet crude up 53 cents, $44.77 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 2 ticks, 126.06 rather. 30-year bond down 22 ticks, 155. Now, both notes and bonds, folks, bottom line, they came down with some volume yesterday. Not enough volume to break the way on the trend on the way up. Today, what do you have? Rejected lower price once again. These babies still want higher price. Pretty amazing. King dollar. King dollar down 338.6, traded at 95.755. King dollar is under the election night, which is the 95.850. Bottom line, now it's going to start building cause to get down to 91. Pretty intense, actually. The euro is trading at 113.78, almost 114. That's on its way to 116. The yen is at 112 and a quarter. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. What do you have? Well, we got window dressing in spades, no doubt about that. You're up 277. We are at 243.59. We'll see whether the 243.38, if it stays above it. You stay above it, we'll go into the weekend, and this thing will go for its highs. You don't stay above that number. What that number is, by the way, folks, that was the high of yesterday. That's where we had gapped down. The SPY had closed at 248.29. Bottom line is that it opened just slightly lower the next day. Bottom line, the high of yesterday was 243.38. So that's the number to keep your eye on. We go into the Dow Industrials. You take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials, we had hit a high out here today of 21,478. The number to keep your eye on is 21,440. The composite, NASDAQ composite up here, percentage-wise, this is where we're at, too. Percentage-wise, you get the Dow Industrials up 0.6%, S&P's up 0.8, composites up 1.4%. So composite grabbed everything back that was come down yesterday. The number to keep your eye on here is 62.34. We've hit 62. Well, I guess we haven't hit 62.34. Yes, that's the number to keep your eye on. Because what would happen, actually, on the composite is this. is at first it would have to go over it and then close under it. Right now, you're just laying at it. If we do lay at that would say that game can be up to the 63.03 area. NDX 100, we use the 3 Qs for the NDX 100. What we have with the NDX 100 is we are up $1.93. You're at 139.96. This one here, you come down yesterday with 65 million, you get 43 now. That should do about 53 million. The number to keep your eye on there is 140.22, which we haven't made yet. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract, folks, we need a bid. Bottom line is that there's not a bid out here. There's no sellers, but guess what? We don't have any buyers. We are at 12.49. You've done 183,000 contracts. Bottom line, I'd like to see this thing get inside 12.59, another 10 bucks. The 12.59 area that I'm looking at, that was Fed Day. That's when the gold contract itself went from 12.84 down to that 12.59 area. We go take a look at silver. Silver was a little bit stronger than gold out here today. Silver is up 1.1%. You're up 19 cents. I like what silver's doing. This is what we need for the gold market to also get going. Silver, we are at 16.85, and this could just do it, which would be pretty cool. 16.88 is what I'd like to see. That's only 3 cents. What you do have with silver is that silver has caught a bid, has the price spread, has the volume, so silver does want to go higher. Notes. Now, this one is really wild, folks, okay? So check it out. The 10-year note, we're trading at 126.07. And what we had here is this. You have a high volume high. The low of that high volume high is 126.10. The high of that is 127.08. We did 2.4 million contracts there. And then we also have another sign of strength where we did 1.5 million contracts. That low there is 126.04. Well, what has happened is this, is that you came down yesterday, you had an expansion of volume. We came down this morning, you still have some good volume, however, nothing near the 2.4 million, and you rejected lower price. So this is going to get intriguing because it's pretty wild how the 10-year out and out just not only rejected it and took off like a rocket ship from the 125.28 area. It's almost up a full point. We go take a look at the 30-year. 30-year, it's still down 22 ticks. This little baby also rejected it, and the 30-year hasn't even made the low of its strength yet, and that's 153.29, and it doesn't look like it's going to. Now, that in itself is so bullish, it's unbelievable, actually. So it's going to be wild watching this thing shake out. Notes, King Dollar, folks, just can't catch a bid. You're at lows. You've done 39,000 contracts. You're down 343 ticks. You're at 95,750. If you go over and we take a look at this on a continuous contract, seeing where good old King Dollar wants to go, guess what? You're below election night, which is 95,905. That's saying next game here is 94. And bottom line, they're selling King Dollar in spades. You stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, coming up. We have Dow Industrials right now up 144. NASDAQ is up 82. S&Ps are up 18. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Will interest rates continue to rise? For bold trades on U.S. Treasuries, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade TMF or TMV. Directions daily, 20-plus year, bull and bear, 3 times ETFs. Direction leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Industries right now up 149. You get the Nasdaq up 84. S&Ps are up 18. We are going to go over to our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento. And folks, don't forget, at TFNN, every trading day, we start programming 9 o'clock in the morning. Our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, kicks us off. You want to hear a great program, folks? Larry's got a great program. 9 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. And remember, no matter where you are right now listening to us, if you're listening in your car on the East Coast, West Coast, whatever, remember that you can get us right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, you hit Tiger TV on the right-hand side. You're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. Now, tonight, we got a real, not only a pleasure, something that you can't get anywhere, folks. Our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, is going to be doing a webinar tonight. This is going to be a 2-hour webinar, and it's going to be all about his experiences through the marketplace, his experience in the last 55 years, okay? So pretty cool. If you are a subscriber of his of 24/7, Fibonacci 24/7, you get in free. Well, you can be a subscriber right now. You can come over to our website at TFNN. You can register. It's only $97. You get a great newsletter for a month, as well as this webinar tonight. So come over to our website at TFNN. You can register right here, right now. Now, if you can't make it live tonight, this will be on your page for a full 30 days. Larry Pesavento, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm hanging in there pretty good. I'm all ready for tonight. Tom, I'm going through my notes. I've got 3 pages of notes and a whole bunch of other tag-along things. But, boy, Tom, I have to be one of the luckiest guys in the world, because I look where I was at the time things were happening, and yep. I was there at the beginning. I mean, I just look back and I think of all the friends and the people that I met and all the markets I've been in, and it's just really it's been really fun just preparing this thing, because it just brings back so darn many memories. One of them was when August 15th of I think 2007, when the Dow was down about 400 points, and I was in Las Vegas. That was the day that Skype went out.
Okay.
If you remember that,
I do.
The Russell Small Cap was unchanged on the day.
Yes.
And we were so, my God, what a buy this is. And, of course, it went up into the high of October '07. But boy, I certainly remember that day most vividly.
And Larry and I were on the phone that day, folks. Okay, we've had a couple of really great experiences. Well, we almost jumped off the freaking cliff because what happened, folks? We had it both ways. Because right before that the whole thing crashed. Remember that morning, like we're talking with each other, like, you got to be kidding me, man. Because before the market crashed, folks, in '07, the thing spiked the highs. Larry and I had both shot up to the eyeballs, and it turned so quick, man. That was like amazing. It was.
Yeah, it turned so quick and didn't look back. That's
it
for
didn't.
sure. And then we have Janet Yellen making a comment yesterday that there's not going to be any financial panics in our lifetime. That is the most absurd thing I've ever heard anybody say at any level.
Yeah, I thought, I was going home, and if you didn't check this out, if you didn't hear it, folks, okay, they were, and I guess it was a central bank meeting, right? It was a central bank meeting, and bottom line is that they asked that question, and that's pretty amazing answer, folks, for someone that should be experienced, because, my God, I mean, I can understand, I guess, the correlation that, the market went down, real estate went down, everyone went broke. I can understand the correlation that, she might not see something like that. But guess what, folks? The market can go down, for a lot of different reasons, like very quickly, and
absolutely.
Larry's seen a lot more than me, but I've seen plenty of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's so many reasons nowadays that you've got. Well, just it's ridiculous to even talk about it, but quantitative easing might be one of them. Tom, one of the most enjoyable things I've had is when I first started doing the radio show for you. It's been almost 10 years now.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, and I remember when we first met in 2001 in New York.
Right. You and Sarah. I remember I walked right up to you, right?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so it's been, and the people that you've had on TFNN and the guests that we have, and that Tiger Den has got some incredible traders in there. I mean, they really do a great job. Just showing what they're doing ahead of time. They're not doing afterwards. They're saying, this is what we're doing. So they do a good job. So I wanted to thank you because it's I wouldn't have got that opportunity without TFNN. And you certainly provide a great service.
And we couldn't be here without all you talk hosts and all you tigers and tigresses out here. So it's going to be pretty. It's been a great run. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Larry, I can imagine the type of changes that you've seen, folks, depending on where you are in life, we trade everything with pennies, but, I was around when that we did have, you'd buy a stock, it was by a quarter, meaning a quarter is $250.
Quarter half, that's all it was. Yeah.
That's right. And as soon as you bought something, folks, you were down $250 because, we just buy 1,000 shares at a time. It's just how we happen to be trading. But, and this went, and that, that only was, basically that was the 90s. So I can imagine the 80s and the 70s.
97 was the SOS Bandits. Remember the guys that came in and they changed the NASDAQ to go to pennies?
Yeah, it's stamped right on my forehead.
Yeah. Guy's name was Harvey something or other. I can't remember his last name.
That's right.
But he changed the whole thing.
He did.
But he saved a lot of people a lot of money doing that. But boy, he sure made a lot of specialists and floor traders on the floor.
Well, it's amazing. Campers. So listen, folks, this is a great piece of trivia for you. And this will blow a lot of people's minds. So this, Javi was one of them. And these guys, they had started out of the garage, folks, okay? Bottom line, there ended up being by 1995, there was probably about at least 30 or 40 SOS shops. That's what they're called. They were trading floors. But guess what, folks? This is amazing. Do you know who was in charge of the NASDAQ then? Who was the leader?
Can I guess?
Yes.
I know where he lives right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It was Mr. Madoff.
It was Bernie Madoff, folks.
That's right.
Isn't that amazing?
Right.
So check this out. And this is what he did. He was so flipped out that the SOS bandits were bringing down his spreads that he sent the SEC after all the SOS bandits. Okay? When I think about that, it blows my mind. And, of course, there was nothing wrong with any of the SOS bandits, what they were doing, folks. But think about how lax regulation was, and all the above, and that he actually got away with that. Isn't that amazing, Larry? What,
Oh
you know,
yeah, you know, it's
just unbelievable.
Boggles the mind how some of the things that we've seen happen. You know,
Yeah.
it's just really amazing.
It's the head of the NASDAQ, and then all those years he's just been taking people to the cleaners. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, and then only one person caught him. I mean,
I know.
as many audits that he went through.
Yeah.
Well, the other guy was Russell. Russell,
Yeah.
what was the guy from PFG?
I know,
my
man.
buddy. I can't even think of Russell's last name. Wassendorf.
Yeah.
And he basically just had a Photoshop, and none of those organizations. Well, that's what he did all of his accounting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but the CFTC didn't do anything to catch him, and yet the CFT will go out there and examine people, which is a good thing to do, but sometimes they miss them.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. In an hour and 45 minutes, you're going to have a great experience. Our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, is going to go through 55 years of trading, right from the 60s up to the present day. Larry, you have a great one, a safe one. Of course, we look forward to the webinar tonight.
Okay, Tom. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 159. You get the NASDAQ up 89. S&Ps are up 19. If we go inside the indices and take a look at it, inside the Dow Industrials, the move is out here. You have Goldman Sachs is putting 22 positive points, Caterpillar 17, Apple 15, JP Morgan 13, Disney 11. So after the close out here, too, today, you're going to get the Federal Reserve come out with the second part of their stress test. Taken away from the Dow Industrials, you have Johnson And Johnson putting 8 negative points in. Procter & Gamble 2, Merck 1. The rest of them, they're all positive. Inside the NDX 100, strength versus the weakness. Strength out here is Liberty Global, that's up 4.4%. JB Hunt, that's a trucking company, 4.1%. Taken away from it, O'Reilly Automotive, that's down 1.9%. You have Paychex off 1.5%. The rest of them are minimal on the way down. Some of the higher volume equities out here, and this will be a low volume market. Bank of America is up 65 cents. Pandora is up 46. I believe the CEO just called it a day. I think they're going to get taken over too. Let me pull this up first and see what that says. So Pandora is $8.95. So the speculation is, the CEO stepped down, and the speculation is Sirius XM may take it over. That's the speculation out here. Okay, so back to Applied Materials up 88 cents. You got Cisco up 39. Gilead Sciences up 127. Walgreens is down $2 cents rather. Tesla's up $9. That's trading at $3.71. And that's still hanging at the highs. So if we go over and we take a look at the big cap tech names out here, we'll start with the king of the road, which is Amazon. Amazon right now is up by $12.30. And yeah, we come down at 3.7 million. Be interesting to see if Amazon can handle this. The high of yesterday. See, if it doesn't get to the high of yesterday, which is $9.98, it's not saying much. Meaning that we still came down. We came down on volume. We go take a look at Google. Google's has rejected lower price, but now what we're going to have with Google is that on a weekly, and this what's going to get intriguing here, folks, is this: a lot of these high tech big caps that I'm going through right now, they are going to have a high volume low on the weekly basis, and we're only at Wednesday. And so because what Google did today, it got down to 936. It did reject that low. The volume, however, is big, and what that's going to do now, that's going to put volume into the weekly basis as we went down and tested the last high volume low, which is 936. This is pretty wild. So the high volume low that we're looking to test, number one, is this: 936.79. We hit 936.16, and yeah, you can have the volume easy. The reason being is that, not easy. It needs 12.7 million. Right now, you're at 6.2. So actually, it might not have the volume on that test. Facebook. We go take a look at Facebook out here. Facebook is up 245. You're at 153. Now, Facebook is the only one that actually got over, when I say the only one, meaning the high-tech cap, large caps, that got over the highs on Monday and then gave it up. Microsoft, MSFT. Microsoft's up 55 cents. This doesn't have much going for it. Microsoft doesn't. And let's see where we're at. I know there's another one out here. Well, let's go into Netflix. Not that that's the one I was thinking about, but so Netflix is up 243. That's down from a high of trading 153. We're trading down from a high of 166. That's intriguing because that actually has already come back to its sign of strength. But that came back to that sign of strength with just too much volume. That's how that's been laying out. We go into the XAU, the HUI. Now, there's what is unusual here is that with the dollar index down so far, you would think that the gold equities themselves could catch a big bid. They haven't done that. Doesn't mean they won't, okay? And I've seen this gold market trade like that before. The XAU, now this is what's pretty cool though, is that the XAU, and I suspect we're going to see the HUI do the same thing, and it's going to be good if it is, that got down to lower price today and rejected it. We got to $81.16. You're at 82.37, and this is right what we just might need, meaning a small ABC structure on the way up. 78, $5 gets you to 86. Yeah, that's how it looks like that's setting up right now. The Gold Bugs Index, HUI. Whoops. Same deal. Gold Bugs Index got down to 187.20 today. Rejected lower price. It will have lighter volume. And that's saying, it's saying we can go to 204. And you know, if you're trying to speculate as to how the volumes go, folks, what you do is, you go to some of the high weighting structures inside both the XAU and the HUI. So if I go to Barrick first, that's one of the larger ones. You're going to see that, you know, Barrick hit a high yesterday of 9.8 million. You come down with 6.6 today, rejected lower price. That's setting up a little ABC up. It's a tiny one, but I'll take it. Newmont. Yeah, we hit a high with 5.6 million. Now this is good, and you're down to 2.9. So that's also saying that you have rejected lower price at this particular point. We'll see whether we're going to get higher volume. With the dollar, the correlation, you know, is direct, meaning the dollar and gold, until it's not. And when I say until it's not, it doesn't last long, meaning that, yeah, I've seen this happen week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't think I've ever seen it happen over a two-week time span since 2001, because that's when I started the gold report. But I have seen times that the dollar could either go up, and it didn't affect gold, meaning gold still was going up, and they moved it the same way, or go down and gold didn't go up. But bottom line, that does straighten itself out. The reason being specifically is that gold, metals, commodities in general are priced in US dollars. So the weaker the dollar gets, bottom line, what ends up happening is that the stronger that gold gets. In fact, if we take gold and we put this, watch this, this gets interesting. So if I take this right now and you put the gold contract up and I turn around and say, okay, tell me what this is in euros, what you're going to see is that, guess what? You know, the bottom line is that now you're at 1,095 euros, and we were at 1125 euros 2 days ago. So that's pretty intense because, of course, the euro has gone up, and it takes a lot less euros to buy an ounce of gold right now. It's Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2019, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back. Right now up 148. NASDAQ is up 88. S&Ps are up 18 and a half. Let's go over and take a look at the IBB. So the IBB took off topside last week. Right now, you're up $3.44. And it's going to get intriguing. The reason being, folks, is that when we took off on the 16th of June, it was a rocket ship. It went from 290. 4 days later, it's at 323. Then what ends up happening, pulls back down yesterday with some volume, yet lighter volume than how we go topside. Now, this is where it's getting intriguing, and what it is this. You're going higher. You're having lighter volume. I suspect it's going to try to, I suspect it's going to test at least the, this is cool. Okay, so it is testing the low of the high, okay? And that's what you want to, you just let this be until you see whether you have a rejection or, in fact, it can handle that price. And if it does handle that price, and that price point that we're talking about is 317.05. So right now, you're at 317.26. If you end up closing at that point, that's saying it's going to go for the high, which is 323.45. Bottom line, at that level, we'll see whether you get the test or, in fact, that thing is going to just break topside. Because what the IBB did do is that this has been a long consolidation. That consolidation had been in place since the downdraft of January of 2016. And it hadn't been able to break over the 301. Now, you got the break. You certainly got the break on the last swing points that go back from the April of 2016. That being said, you're barreling into how this thing broke down from its highs. The IBB was $400 in July of 2015. First leg down wasn't bad. The second leg down, what it's going into, that's where the monster volume comes. You're talking about 25 million shares as well as 33 million, and we went into that with 16 million. So if you do end up getting that test of it and a rejection of price, that's saying that, guess what? It's going to take longer to go through that price point because the supply line is there and it's laying out there. And it's laying out there, by the way, all the way up to $400. We're going to take a look at the GDX. The GDX, of course, is the Market Vectors Gold Miners Trust ETF. That rejected lower price out here today. This is kind of a nice setup, too. We got down to $22.15. Right now, you are at $22.43. And, we had some juice at a high yesterday where it did give it up. It didn't hold price. Yesterday, got to a little swing high, 22.80, pulled back down, closed at 22.24. Bottom line, that's an indication that this thing is going to try to get a little bit higher. So what we do have is this, is that you have July 4th, Market's closed next Tuesday. On Monday, the market is only opened until 1 o'clock. Tomorrow, there'll be normal trading. Friday, however, there's not going to be normal trading. There's many of the desks that are going to be basically clearing out more than likely, at about the 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock time frame. So you'll see the volume decrease pretty quickly. That being said, what we do have and what we are in, we are in window dressing right now. And they're doing a good job of it out here today. In fact, if you want to see something that's pretty amazing, and the show this morning, Tommy and myself, what you're going to see out here, which is pretty amazing, is that whoever the operator was, they got the Dow going really well, because prior to the open, what they did is that they bought 400,000 shares of the diamonds. And bottom line, that forced the hand of the sponsor of the diamonds to get in the Dow Industrials right here, right now. Let's go over to our man, Mr. John Logan. And folks, our man, Mr. John Logan, if you come to the front page of TFNN, now, John is the developer of the TAS profile scanner. John has been working, and I'm not exaggerating, 18, 19, sometimes 20 hours a day on this. This thing is perfected right now, big time. It's always been great. Bottom line, though, it is an amazing piece of software. If you come over to our website at TFNN, what you're going to see is this. You're going to see TAS Market Profile Scanner, 30-day free trial, plus a special webinar with our man, Mr. John Logan. Now, we've never done a free trial on this, folks, okay? If you hit that button, what you're going to see is that you're going to see there's a whole page up there. You get a 30-day free trial. It's $147 a month, auto-renew. What I'd love you to do is hit the profile scanner, the video. John did an amazing video to explain this whole profile scanner, and then when you do it, if you want to blow it up, meaning make it bigger, just hit YouTube or hit the full screen right beside it. John Logan, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you? I'm good, thanks.
Look at that. I got you two ways. I got you on this screen with your beautiful new video. I got you on this screen, and that's a beautiful thing there. So
I'm mixed up. I was trying to log into the den, and I couldn't.
And we realized that when the den went down, I know we got a new login for you. Sorry, man.
Man, it confused me so bad I can't even think straight right now. But go ahead.
You don't have to think straight right now. You've already been doing all that work with this profile scanner. So what's happening, folks, is that John's going to be doing a webinar for you. The 12th.
I'm looking forward to that a lot. I mean, because there's a lot of cool new features, Tom, and some really new things in there that just kind of get down to business even quicker.
It does. It's pretty amazing. And folks, if you want to cut to the chase, if you happen to be in your car right now, remember this is right in the second in the carousel. You hit it, you're going to see a video that John did that he walks you through everything that is in this scanner. So it's really cool even before you get the webinar. So needless to say, you know that I'm all over this thing and have been for a while. It's pretty amazing. Tell us a couple of the newer things that you actually did put in there. The matrix is pretty amazing, man.
Yeah, the signal matrix is something where we use basically some of the custom sorts that are already in there.
Yes.
That kind of find opportunities. You can do a lot of manual sorts, which I love to do actually, to try to find things that are sitting on dual time frame, confluence, inflection points, things like that. But those some of those custom sorts that are kind of canned in there, we put it into a signal matrix where you can try to find risk-reward scenarios that are really high. Look at entries, stops, possible targets, and obviously that gauges the risk-reward type math equation. But also we have a beta, like a 50-day beta in there, so you can see, is the stock breaking out, but is the beta kind of with the market here, and is there something to take advantage of?
Right.
So a lot of times, stocks breaking out with the market breaking out. I mean, who cares? I mean, there's not a huge trading opportunity there. unless you just have a bearing on the market itself continuing to go up.
Yes.
But this thing's going to pick out anomalies, find opportunities that you really can't see without it. So.
No, you stay right there, John, and stay right there, folks. We're going to come back because what John just said, this is really important because, see, if everything's going up in the market, that's one thing, but this little scanner is going to show you anomalies in the marketplace, and they pop out. John and I are going to come right back, folks. Stay right there.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have our man, Mr. John Logan, with us. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, you're going to see right on the front page, TFNN.com, you go to the second part in the carousel, you're going to see TAS Market Profile Scanner Plus, a 30-day free trial, and a webinar with our man, Mr. John Logan. Now, we have never done a free trial with this, folks, and this thing is a powerful piece of software. You have a no-risk deal here. Come on over to our website, and as you come over, what I'd love you to do is this. There's a lot of videos on this. The one that we put right on the page, folks, is the latest one John did that gives you everything that you need to know about the new scanner. So check it out at TFNN. Go sign up. You'll be able to be out here using this thing tomorrow morning. And this is the market, no doubt. So, John, when it's pretty amazing, number one, well, here, just quickly, right? Mm-hmm. The definition, I guess, of profiles is what? So people can kind of understand that.
Yeah, it's basically an algorithm that we have. I mean, it's based around the original market profile concept. Somebody could go on Google and kind of read about that. It's just a way to organize data in a little bit different way. It's kind of way to look at volume relative to price instead of volume relative to time. A lot of people have these, volume bars on the bottom of their bar chart, and they kind of figure out for you, what kind of volume happened relative to that time slot of that bar.
Sure.
So what we look at with this in a nutshell is looking at, what kind of volume happened relative to price. So we kind of take that.
Where they buying, where they selling. Right.
Yeah. And just really the algorithm that we've, the original market profile was kind of almost an artistic view. Where do you start these profiles? Where do you, there's a lot of kind of subjective reading into it. And what we did is basically create an algorithm that kind of automatically outputs this profile relative to, all things considered. And we've done a lot of research on this, on how that should be outputted. And on any time frame, in the scanner, there's 4 major time frames.
Which is great. I know.
Yeah. You just kind of look at this like the Matrix, like that movie, and you just kind of see things in a different way.
Right.
And it's nice. Like I was looking across the grid today, and I was just, for instance, I was like, well, what's really kind of just pinched into all balanced areas right now? That when I say balanced areas, what's within profiles across the board? So I just went that picked all gray across the screen, which is in our kind of module of custom fields to click.
Yes.
And you know what was in there?
What?
That I really feel like is a possible good options breakout play, believe it or not, because I have no idea which way the stock's going to go, is Apple right now.
Apple, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's wow. Does it deserve to break down? I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea. But, that thing's just mind-blowing how it could rally again. But right now it's kind of pinching in profiles on all 3. It was like 4 time frames earlier today.
Did you say break down or break out with Apple?
In this case, I have no idea, but who knows if it could break out and go to the moon again? That thing's beyond belief.
when you put it in the scan, it was showing that it's just in the middle of the profile, right?
It was showing, that it was basically not in a situation where you could bank on it either way.
Cool, but that's good. That's good. That would be divergence, folks, because this market is up good, right? That's
right.
Right.
Correct. Yeah. Yes, and it also says that we're having a contraction in volatility in Apple for, amazingly so.
Yes.
And the profiles are just kind of like this multi-time frame band that is in some kind of confluence right now where Apple is going to break out of this band. And what I'm trying to say right now is if it breaks down below, then,
Oh, that's cool. I got it. Awesome.
That's the trade.
That's the trade. Come over to our website at TFNN, folks. You see it right on the second part of the carousel. You can test drive it free trial right now. John, thanks so much. And, of course, look forward to speaking to you.
Good to be with you.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come back with some numbers after the close.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you been, man?
Not bad. You know, you guys, over the time and with a few of your courses and seminars, you know, you taught me how to fish.
That's a beautiful thing, brother.
Yeah, it's true. And so what happens is I still listen all the time, and to not only you, but some of the others.
Sure.
To, you know, get an idea where the fish might be biting. As far as your services, they're a bargain. When you compare them to a certain prominent man with real estate courses at $35,000 and no contact with the lecturers afterwards at all, and you think of what you guys do for a few hundred, and you can get access and ask questions forever, you know, it's a great deal.
No, we appreciate you growling proud with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day out there, safe day. Let's make it a great night. And, you know, you heard that intro. That's our man Marty from Worcester. Love you send him a lot of great white light out there. He needs a little white light right now, folks. Just send it out there. Make him better. It's a beautiful thing. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. To begin a great relationship, know what you want. This is a great card. Know what the needs of your body are, what the needs of your mind are, and what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some of them will be a good match for you, and others won't. The two of you only need to be like a what? Like a key and a lock, a match that works. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. Dow Industrial's up 143. NASDAQ up 87. S&P's up 18.5. Gold contract up $3.70, trading at $12.50 an ounce. Silver up 19 cents, $16.78. Now, both gold and silver, folks, well, silver caught a bid. Gold, we need a better bid in, and that's with the dollar going downtown. Bottom line, we'll go over all of them. Platinum up $2.73, $9.21 an ounce. Copper up a penny and a half at $2.67 a pound. Light sweet crude up 50 cents, trading $44.74 a barrel. Bottom line is that the oil contract also is having a tough time catching any type of bid. But the oil contract looked like it's building cause to get down to this $40 price area. Notes, 10-year note down 2 ticks, 126.07. 30-year bond down 20 ticks, 155.02. Both notes and bonds, folks, rejected lower price once again. Pretty amazing, actually. They came off a high yesterday. They had volume on the way down, expanded volume. Not as much as they were going into, however. And what you had out here, which is pretty amazing, is that the 10-year flat out rejected it. The 30-year, folks, hasn't even made it back to its sign of strength, and it looks like it's not going to. So that is saying, in light of the Federal Reserve, in light of everyone figuring that rates are going up, guess what? Bottom line, people are still, there's more buyers for bonds than the sellers of bonds, and what that does is that is lower rates. King dollar. King dollar, folks, just can't handle price. There is a seller in King dollar, has been in King dollar for quite some time, since January 3rd, actually. King dollar has gone from 103 January 3rd. We're down 358 ticks. We're trading at 95.735, 95.735. Just to give you an idea, that is under the election night, and that's where King dollar had gone down to 95.905, then took off like a rocket ship and went up to 103.815. Since January 3rd, they've been selling it. Now, the problem with King dollar is that it broke a B point with volume. It got under the election night, and guess what? So now we're dealing with the consolidation that King dollar has been in since March of 2015. You broke topside, couldn't handle price. Can't break them up, it's going to break them down. So what are we going to try here? King dollar, particularly of how this has traded the last, well, 2 weeks in general. I mean, January 3rd has been bad. 2 weeks in general has been pretty intense. That is saying that good old King Dollar now is going to make a run down to 94, and the bottom of this consolidation is 92 to 91. And if we break those areas, then get out of the way, because then 88 is coming at you. And that would be pretty intense, folks. You had the euro trading at 113.81. We go take a look at that euro. What you're going to see with the euro out here, broke topside yesterday, took out the 112.84, and took it out like butter, by the way. Euro is on its way to the 116 area, and just the opposite correlation goes like this, is that the 116 area, if that breaks the 116 area and goes topside, what we will see is that you'll see the euro trading up somewhere about the 123 area. So lots of movement inside those currencies in a huge way. The yen is trading at 112.25. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. What do you have? Well, we got window dressing in spades. You have window dressing, you get the 4th of July holiday, you have all of the above. And markets love the 4th of July holiday, folks. So we'll see where this, we'll see how it tries to test the high. That's the bottom line, and that's what I expect we're going to see out here. So as we go forward this week, you'll have volume in the market tomorrow. We won't have volume in the market on Friday. Monday is a half a day till 1 o'clock. Tuesday, market's closed. Next week, it's going to be a slow week. Bottom line, the SPY is at 243 right now. The high you're talking about out there is 245.01. We did 65 million shares versus downtown of 82 million, as well as 132 million. So right now, the force is still downtown. Dow Industrials, same type of setup, but that being said, this thing's wants to test its high. The high in the Dow out here is at 21,535. We are only $80 away from it. We're at 21,454. The NDX 100 and the composite, a little bit different. I expect they're going to get higher, but I don't expect them to go to the high. What we had with the composite today is this. Composite goes up $87, gets over the high of yesterday, closes at 62.34, 414. So by the hundredths, it closed over it. That sets up that it will retest the 63.03. That is not the high. That was the high of Monday where it gave it up. If we look at the NDX 100, you're going to see the same type of setup inside the NDX. NDX closed at 57.53. Bottom line, you got the 56.60. That'll try to make a run somewhere into the 58.45 area. And as we just said a little bit earlier, notes and bonds, they don't want to give it up. The notes went down to 125.28, came all the way back. You're at 126.07. 30-year, the 30-year is pretty amazing, actually. The strength in the 30-year, folks, which it's normal when you pull back the strength, is 153.29. And we only got down to 154.09. And, of course, good old King Dollar. We're talking about King Dollar. King Dollar just can't catch a bid. King Dollar is building more cars to get into lower price. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials finished up 143. NASDAQ up 87. S&P's up 18. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Will interest rates continue to rise? For bold trades on U.S. Treasuries, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade TMF or TMV. Directions daily, 20-plus year, bull and bear, 3 times ETFs. Direction leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here as we're coming into this great July 4th holiday. You know, we were just talking about the dollar. You've heard our man, Mr. Chris Gaffney, the president of Everbank World Markets, on many times. Bottom line, there couldn't be a better time to get him back on to talk about currencies. Now, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see right on the right-hand side, you're going to see Step into Foreign Currencies. What I'd love you to do, just hit that banner, folks, and we're going to walk you over. You're going to grab your passport, and we're going to step into foreign currencies. Chris Gaffney, welcome back to TFNN.
Well, thanks, and it is a great day to be here with the dollar. You know, the currency markets are kind of the top news of the day today.
You know, Chris, it's first off, you know, you've supported us for so many years, and I really do appreciate it. Well, all the Tigers and Tigresses do too, because it's amazing that, number one, the products that you have, but this just shows it. And I know how many, I don't know the exact number, but I know there's a lot of Tigers, because we get the calls, that have opened these accounts. And boy, when you get it like 2 weeks in the dollar, and now it's like, okay, it's you know, it's going a lot lower quicker.
Sure.
It's really nice that people can be diversified, and you know.
Right. And coming off, you know, really 4 or 5 years of dollar strength, and going into this year, you know, that's what everyone was talking about, how the Fed was going to be the first central bank to raise rates, and that, you know, we really had all of those rate increases and rate differentials priced into the dollar, which had it at a pretty lofty level, and now we've seen just the past few days a lot of the other central bank leaders talking about possibly, you know, raising rates and talking about tapering their quantitative easing programs, and that's really led to a reversal of the dollar. And we've seen some of these other currencies start to fight back, especially, you know, even the Canadian dollar and Mexican peso are two of them that are you know, close to the U.S. here, but have certainly started to appreciate versus the U.S. dollar over the past couple of months.
They have. And so what I'd love to do is that we're just going to walk these folks through. So, folks, when you come over here, now this is how easy it is to do business with Everbank, folks, okay? Their phone number is 855-750-4051. You call them up. Once you open one account, they have a lot of different products. Once you get the account open, you can go right across the scale with these products. Today, we're going to talk about the foreign currencies because it's so important. I mean, it's crucial. So when we take a look at it, if you can just like kind of walk walk us through. I know that we can open an account with $2,500, right? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You can do it either on the line by hitting apply now, or you can call that number that you shared, and somebody on the World Markets desk will walk you through the account opening process. But basically, what you get is you get a checking account that's tied to your World Markets portfolio, and then you can decide which of the 21 different currencies that we offer that you want to invest into. And you can do it for as little as $2,500 into a single currency. If you feel like, the Japanese yen is set for a turnaround, or if you think, the Australian dollar is a currency that you want to own, you can invest directly into those currencies. And what we do is we take and convert your dollars into foreign currency. We have one of the lowest conversion rates in the industry. We convert, our promise is to be within 1% of the spot market price, and actually it's typically less than 0.75%. So, we have a very low conversion cost, and you can hold that in either a cash account, which is our access accounts, or if you want to take advantage of some of the higher yielding currencies, you can put them into certificates of deposit. So you can buy a 3 or a 6 month certificate of deposit and earn some higher interest rates in the foreign currencies of some of the emerging market currencies.
Oh, this is cool. Okay, so I want to talk about this because that's why. So picture, folks. What I want you to understand is that this is just like a regular bank account. You and I go down to our bank, depending on how old you are. When you open a bank account, you open the bank account. The difference is that you have a variety of structures that you can deal with, and as Chris just said, which I didn't know this, Chris. Okay, that you not only can you go into the currency, but then you can go into the CD in those currencies, which is even better. I mean, so it's just like a normal bank account, except that guess what? You're in the U.S. It is FDIC insured against, that's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah, it's FDIC insured against bank failure, not against currency fluctuations.
Yeah,
so,
no,
that's the main reason you're are going into the accounts is to take advantage of that currency fluctuation, and of course, it can go up or down.
Sure. Sure.
But in addition, on the CDs, you can take advantage of some pretty high interest rates. For example, Russia right now, we're paying 6% on a Russian CD for 3 months. Now, that's a pretty volatile currency, but 6% protects you. Brazilian real, another currency that's been in the news, that's paying 5.5% on a 3-month CD, or even the South African rand, 4.5% on a 3-month CD. So you've got some interest rates that are going to be substantially higher than what you're getting here in the U.S. Now, of course, there's that currency risk involved also. But over the past 3 months, the currencies are appreciated. Like the South African rand's up about 8%. If you look at the longer term over the past 6 months. So in addition to that interest rate, you've got that great currency appreciation also on some of the currencies.
Yes, absolutely. And now what also happens, folks, is this. Let's picture that if you have an IRA. You have a self-directed IRA, you can also open these with your self-directed IRA, right?
That is correct. They are eligible. All of our currency accounts are eligible for IRA investors, and so it's a great way to diversify what is probably most investors' major holding in their IRA accounts. And it's an FDIC-insured diversification strategy for getting into the international markets.
You know what I like about the IRA account, because I happen to have a self-directed one also. That's where you do go long term too. I mean, you put some thought into it, but the reality is that you're not going to touch it till it's nice that you can do a much longer term deal. Now, do we have 3-month CDs in the U.S. also under U.S.?
Yeah, they just don't pay a whole lot.
I just wanted to know. No, exactly, because that's intriguing that you can get I like the idea you get a 3-month CD, whether it's in a different country and it's only 3 months. I mean, it's like, okay, that's intriguing.
Right. Yeah. And we do have some great rates on our U.S. accounts. I know we've talked about those before. So, if you don't feel comfortable going right into the currencies, you can sit in dollars, and we have a 1.11% APY introductory rate on our U.S. rates. And then finally, one other thing, we have a purchase plan designed for people who are just getting started into the currency markets. You can invest as little as $100 a month into the currency of your choice, automatically, and using a dollar cost averaging strategy in order to establish a position. So it's a great way to establish a position over the longer term into a currency.
Absolutely huge. Folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the Everbank banner right on the right-hand side. You can give them a call, 855-750-4051. Get the account open, folks, and you're going to see how many great products they have. You have absolutely zero to lose and everything to win. Chris Gaffney, thank you so much. You have a great weekend. Have a great July 4th. And, of course,
Happy 4th to you.
Happy 4th, man. Well, let's make it a great one and look forward to having you back.
All right, thanks.
Okay, have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with hosts Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts, and keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, if you do want to open one of those accounts, remember that you can also just visit TFNN.com, everbank.com/TFNN. I'll call 855-750-4051. So tonight, folks, at 9 p.m., this could get pretty interesting. I'll bring this up just in case you may want to listen to this. There's an interview with Phil Knight, who was the co-owner of Nike. And so check this out. This is pretty cool. Just a couple blurbs that they came out with. So the headlines is, Nike co-founder says not even Tiger could make golf profitable. Knight said his company lost money on golf equipment for 20 years. And he's thankful to the NBA for banning the first Jordan brand shoe. So check this out. This is pretty cool. Phil Knight, the co-owner of Nike, was so enamored with the young Tiger Woods that the company began recruiting him 3 years before signing him to an endorsement deal when he was 20 years old. You can see him coming from way back, Knight said in the interview on Bloomberg that airs tonight at 9 o'clock, New York time. The young golfer would occasionally play in the Portland area. Their Nike headquarters would always invite him and his father out to lunch. It was the start of a long and ultimately unprofitable relationship. Woods went on to become the greatest golfer of his generation, and Nike sought to benefit by selling clubs and equipment. But even a celebrity of Woods and his legend of fans weren't enough to make it break even, said Knight, who left the company's board last year. Nike exited the category a year ago amid Woods' fading star power and the sport's declining popularity. It's a fairly simple equation that we lost money for 20 years on equipment and balls, Knight told interviewer David Rubenstein, host of the David Rubenstein Show. Peer-to-peer conversations. We realized next year wasn't going to be any different. The foray into golf clubs was a failure ellipsed by Nike's many successes under Knight, who was the chief executive officer until 2004 and remained chairman until last year. The company went public in 1980 and emerged as the world's largest athletic brand. Now it's working to revive growth under new CEO Mark Parker, who will deliver Nike's latest quarterly earnings this coming Thursday. This is his quote. During the expansive interview that ranged from his upbringing to the current focus on philanthropy, the 79-year-old Knight described his start selling shoes out of the trunk of a green Valiant at track meets. He dubbed the company's transformation to a multinational behemoth his work of art and said the greatest skill he learned along the way was the ability to evaluate people. He also gave credit to Michael Jordan, who came along before Nike had built a roster of superstar athletic endorsers. We had a lot of good players. We didn't really have great players, Knight said, and we thought he had the chance to be that. He was obviously way better than we ever could have imagined. Luck also played a role in Nike's rise. Sales got a boost after NBA Commissioner David Stern ruled that the black and red Air Jordans violated league rules. How's that, folks? You know, that's that whole deal. Any type of publicity is good publicity. David Stern did us a huge favor. He banned it in the NBA, Knight said, and so we ran a big ad that says banned in the NBA, and every kid wanted the shoe then. So listen to this number, folks. This is pretty amazing. The Jordan brand is approaching $3 billion in sales annually, and still dominates the basketball shoe market despite the Hall of Fame's retirement 14 years ago. He retired in 2003. Today, some kids don't even know who he was, Knight said. It just became a brand. It went from an endorsement into a brand. Knight, this part's getting kind of cool here. So watch this end, folks. Knight also sees manufacturing returning to the United States in the not-too-distant future, but without a job boost. Nike has been investing heavily in improving automation to reduce cost and speed up production, so you can have robots. The manufacturing technology is changing very, very rapidly, he said. So out there somewhere, 5 or 10 years, there will be some shoe manufacturing done in the United States, which I suppose is good news. The bad news is there won't be a lot of jobs. It will be very automated. Pretty amazing. So if we go take a look at Nike, let's go see when they're coming out with numbers. So, okay. Oh, this is cool. What day is today? Today's the 29th. Let's see. Is today's 29th? No. When's the 29th? Oh, this is cool. Okay, tomorrow. So it's coming out 4:15 tomorrow. They're going to come out with the numbers. They get that done pretty good. They do the interview tonight. It comes out tomorrow. If you take a look at, so the low to high for the year in Nike, the low is $49. The high is $60. Their PE is 22. They pay a 1.35% dividend, and look at this. This is pretty amazing. So they take in $8.9 to $9 billion every 90 days. They're doing $34 billion. That's pretty amazing. $34 billion a year. They did $25 billion in 2013. And when you break that down, you have North America is the biggest market, $14.8 billion. Western Europe, $5.9 billion. China, $3.8. Emerging market, $3.7, and other is $4.3. You break down the segment of what they're selling. Footwear is $19.9 billion. Apparel is $9.1. Equipment is $1.5. And the global brand division is $73 million. You can see footwear is still the number, man. Still the number. And their 3-year growth pattern, folks, this is amazing. A company can do this. It's 10.7%. Big numbers, man. Big numbers all across the board. If we do take a look at the equity, what you're going to see now, this is where the equity's been getting hit, and it's been getting hit because of the aspect of retail stores closing. You know, the high in Nike is 67. Well, it's still 53. It's not bad. It's really not bad. And what Nike did do, the new CEO did do that Amazon talked about last week, is that now Amazon is going to be selling Nike direct. That's what's going to be happening, and they're saying that the reason that they're doing that is that there's so many knockoffs inside the tennis shoe sneaker market, and you know, there's always been a huge amount of knockoffs. I remember when Reebok was first started, I happened to be in South Korea two times, and this goes back to the 80s, folks. But this is how it used to work then. That in the daytime, bottom line is that the factories would be working for who they were supposed to be working for, meaning the companies. At the nighttime, guess what? Those factories were churning it out with all the brands, and you could buy every one of those brands right on the street. And just to give you an idea, at that point, tennis shoes were going $50, $60. Those same shoes on the street were $3 or $4. Pretty amazing. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. We got a few numbers for you. American Express just come out. That closed at $83.97. That's trading $84.77, and they get a buyback coming on. We're going to be right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. And so at 4:30, the Fed just released the stress test, and checking it out. You know, the ad, Capital One, what do you have in your card? Well, evidently Capital One, folks, is the only large institution that didn't ace the stress test. Capital One was alone among the largest U.S. banks and stumbling through the Federal Reserve's annual stress test, getting conditional approval to pay out capital to shareholders, while all 33 other firms aced the review. The Fed ordered Capital One to shore up risk oversight to address material weakness and submit a plan for managing capital by December 28th. But broadly, the banks subject on this year's test are expected to pay out close to 100% of their expected earnings over the next 4 quarters, substantially higher than 65% last year. So, picture, folks, you get a company make, let's say, $100. The banks at that particular point could only pay out 65 cents on the $65 on the 100. Now, with the stress test, they're saying that the banks have enough capital for a downdraft, a downturn, and they can pay out 100 cents on the dollar. Now, you're going to see a lot of this overnight here. The first one, right up, American Express. American Express closed at $83.97. That's trading at $84.70 right now. And so there's a couple of different ways that this can be done, meaning that they can, basically they're trying to, of course, get their stock up. American Express decided that they are going to buy back 4.4 billion shares. That's dollar-wise, not not the number of shares. But we'll see where. Let's go see if J.P. Morgan came out with anything yet. So J.P. Morgan hasn't come out with anything yet. The XLF, of course, which is the ETF structure for the banks, that closed at $24.52. That is trading right now $24.73, and the swing point up there is that $24.59. So that's going to be intriguing. It's trying to get up and over that swing point from yesterday. And so banks, no doubt, have been they've been doing well. That's even after the fact of paying huge amounts of fines out there. Bottom line, you get that kind of leverage, you can do pretty good. Some of the higher volume. Well, first off, volume-wise out here, this is what we did. On the NYSE today, we did 853 million versus 886 of yesterday. On the NASDAQ composite, we did 2 billion versus a 2.1 billion. Some of the higher volume stocks out here, put this into the S&P. You had Bank of America was the leader. That was up 61 cents. Microsoft was up 59. Citigroup was up 95. NVIDIA caught a bid again. That was up $5, and yeah, that's looking like it. it's trying to get into its downdraft, that's for sure. You had Citigroup up 95 cents, Apple up 210. Let's go over to Apple because it was intriguing when our man, Mr. John Logan, he was talking about Apple. Apple is in the middle of the profile. So what happens, folks, if you haven't test drove John's product yet, and you can do it right here, right now, absolutely free. It's a free 30-day trial. Just come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see it in the second part of the carousel, TAS Market Profile. So what John was saying when I was interviewing him is that Apple is in the middle of the profiles. Now, and specifically what he's saying, well, which way it's going to break? Because when you're looking at these profiles, the one way to trade them is you let it break first. You know, you wouldn't do anything right here because it's right in the balance. It's called the balanced area. And guess what? If it breaks a profile on the way up, you're going to go long. Breaks a profile on the way down, you're going to go short. If you haven't saw how powerful these profiles are, folks, this is a great time that you can test drive these profiles. Let me see. I'll get this up for you. And the way that you do this, you're just going to go over to our website at TFNN. As you're over there, you're going to see TAS Market Profile Scanner free trial, 30-day free trial. So you'll hit that scanner. It's a 30-day free trial. After the 30-day free trial, it's going to be $147 a month. You can cancel anytime you want. As you're over there, you're going to see right on the order page, folks, there's a video that John did. Hit the video first. Go through the video. And as you hit the video, you're going to see, you know, it's in about a 5-inch by 7-inch screen. All you have to do is that you go down to the very bottom and just put it on wide screen. It's going to pop right up. And then you're going to see exactly how this works. You're going to see the power inside it. And bottom line, you can have it 30 days, see whether you like it, don't like it, all of the above. And what, you know, if we go back to the financials for a second, yes, you can expect overnight here, folks. American Express is probably the first one. Well, this is what you have, too, is that when you, let's say they make the $100, they're making $100 million. What ends up happening there is that you can buy back the stock. That's one way of using your cash. Another way is that they just give the dividends right back to the shareholders. Either way, oh, here we go. Here comes the next one. Oh, boy, this is wild. Didn't take long. I like it. It's great when we do the show right when the market closes like this. So J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan's going to buy back $19.4 billion, no, in dollars, $19.4 billion in dollars, and they're boosting their dividend to 56 cents a share. So let's go see what that is. They're all going to be coming out. So right now, J.P. Morgan, oh, they got a lot of shares. They got 3.5 billion shares, man. Huh. J.P. Morgan closed at $89.82. That's trading $91.20. And let's see how that just goosed the XLF. That just goosted another 10 cents. Now you're at $24.78. Let's go over to Citigroup and see if they had said anything yet. They've had this ready. Here you go. Okay, Citigroup is going to buy back shares with the total value of $15.6 billion. They are also boosting their dividend to 32 cents. Citigroup closed at $65.18. That is trading at $66.95. Bank of America, they can't be left out. Look at that. Bank of America is not there yet. Wells Fargo, WFC. Wells Fargo's not there yet either. Oh, no. Wells Fargo's here. Well, okay. Wells Fargo, they are going to, they're going to buy up to $11.5 billion cash for buyback. and they are putting their dividend up 1 penny. Wells Fargo's cheap. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. 877-927-6648. Dow finished up 143. Nasdaq up 87. S&P's up 21.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and Bank of America. They were late, but guess what? They're up. Also, Bank of America is going to buy back 12 billion in shares. They are also boosting their dividend. Bank of America closed at $23.88. That right now is trading at $24.35. You go back to the XLF. That put 2 cents into it. So right now you're at $24.52. That swing point that'll be going for is $24.59. And no, so the XLF's trading at $24.82. $24.59 is the swing point that it's going after. It's going to need big juice though, because when the XLF did break down, you breaking down on 192 million shares. We put this on the weekly. Yeah, 587 million. Well, hey, we'll find out whether we get that. Stranger things have happened. It would have to do over 250 million shares in the next 2 days. Let's go and take a look overseas, because of course overseas we get the the Nikkei opening up tonight. Now the Nikkei last night, folks, couldn't handle higher price, it not only it went lower and it went lower with volume expanding. So it's going to be intriguing because, reality is that, our markets were up good. I mean, percentage-wise, you're talking about the Dow up 0.6%, S&P's 8, NASDAQ 1.4. That being said, this Nikkei looks like it wants to dig into a slightly lower price. If we get that, that would be the correlation there would have to do with the yen, because the correlation is that yen has held price. It's at 112.32, and there's no reason the yen really can't go to 113.13. That's where it broke down from on the 17th of May. That's when the yen went from 113.13 to 110. The yen got over the small consolidation at 111.79. It's like it's game up there. So you can expect a highly volatile night in Asia. If we go take a look at the UK, different ball game. UK breaking lower, and it has volume on the break. So UK today couldn't handle price, went down $46. The DAX in Germany. Now this one's interesting because the NASDAQ likes trading like the DAX. Well, it didn't do it today, that's for sure. Bottom line is that the DAX got down to a low of 12,536. It did reject lower price, still finished in the negative, but that had that's pushing with volume yesterday and today. So DAX doesn't look to me like it actually is going to get up and stay up into higher price. Don't forget, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, this is the first time that we have done a free trial. And the product that we're talking about, if you go to the front page of TFNN, you're going to see it right in the carousel, the TAS Market Profile Scanner. You can get a 30-day free trial. Mr. John Logan is going to be doing a workshop so you can really understand this upside down, July 12th from 5 to 6. So number one, you get a free trial. Number two, you're going to get in the workshop. Number three, you get a great piece of software. As you pull that up, what I'd love you to do is take a look at the video that he did. And take a look at the video right on the order page. That's a brand new video he just did. It has all the updates inside the scanner, everything that's in there. And as you're looking at that, don't forget you can just hit that full screen, hit the full screen up. You're going to see some, not only a great product, you'll see exactly how powerful this scanner is. And of course, all you folks that are going to Larry's webinar, that's going to be coming up right at 5 o'clock. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you. Go have a blast with it. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.